guys doing okay?
But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees.
Hello. Hi. Jeez, I feel like that was my Oprah entrance. You guys doing okay? I'm doing great. It's so neat to be in this place again. So I'm Menno. I grew up down the road in Manitouk, and I played in a band for a long time that I'm sure most of you know called Hollerado, and that's why you're here. Yeah, we played here a long time ago, and shortly after that, we had to call it a day because we had the most fun ever every day for like 15 years, and it got absolutely exhausting, and we all needed to like step away from music for a little bit. And I took a good solid break, and I was playing here and there, but no real touring. And then I wrote an album, and I wanted to start playing a little bit. So about a year ago, I stepped out and I was like, let's see how this is. And it was just me and a guitar. And these kind of rooms have been so amazing and so supportive, and it's just such a nice, such a nice change to come back into it this way. That's really lit the fire again to do it. Let me tell you about the very first night. I was on tour by myself, and I'm like driving around, like I'm just like no crew or anything, just me. I'm driving around, I'm like feeling, wow, this is amazing. And I realized not having the boys there is good for not having people to talk you into bad ideas, but it's also, it also not having them there, they weren't there to talk me out of some other bad ideas. Like I saw a hotel on my first night that had a Denny's in it, and that should be a red flag. I was like, shit, I want to stay in the hotel with the Denny's. So I booked myself in the hotel with the Denny's. And I set my alarm in the morning, first day of tour. I'm like, I'm getting up at 7, I'm going on a jog. This is a whole new type of touring, man. And I set my alarm, and I get out of bed and go over to the window to throw open the sash. And I feel this like crunchy stuff all over the bottom of my feet. Like, and when I open the window, the light comes in, and there's like 10,000 dead flies all over the floor, and they're like stuck to my bare feet. And I was so mad. I put my boxers on, put my t-shirt on, that's it, no shoes, right down to the lobby, and I start storming towards the front desk. And immediately the lady at the desk, she clocks me coming, and she's like, oh fuck, the flies. And she reaches under the desk, and she doesn't say a word, and she puts a $10 gift certificate on the desk for Denny's. And I'm like, look, no, that's not gonna do. I get closer, she just dead eyes me, puts another $10 gift certificate for Denny's right on the desk. And I'm like, no. And then she just looks at me dead in the eyes and she starts pulling them away slowly. So I grabbed them and I went and had a grand slam. But I'm probably going to talk more than I'm going to play tonight, because that's kind of the fun part here. So, this record, it's a lot about, I went home to Manitouk a lot, and the change really hits you, you know? How places change and people come and go. We used to hang outside a video store. It's not there anymore, obviously, and we would stand outside and do bobble toasts and then go throw rocks at someone's barn and call it a day. But I wrote a song about the video store and about some of the kids from that town who aren't around anymore either. So. Skids in the summer, ain't nothing funner. Bum around by the video store. Some of the best kids, just like VHS's, ain't around no more. For the ones still living in this old place, been like sitting in some drawer. And if it weren't for the way you love me through it, I'd be dead on some barroom floor. And if I could rewind now to where it all began, I'd sing a prayer to the kids by the video store who never stood a chance. Can I get a little bit more vocal in my monitor, please, Kat? Oh, we would drink enough, whatever there was, to kill a Clydesdale every night. But we would do enough drugs and punching to bring that same horse back to life. Do you wanna hang out in a bar, pretend it's full of poets, sit alone in the corner and shiver? Those romantic places, turn the lights up, it's more like a dead poet's liver. And if I could rewind now to where it all began, I'd sing a prayer to the kids by the video store that never stood a chance. The forget-me-nots were late this spring, starting to lose it like everyone else. When the tears finally bloomed, an ocean of blue, I nearly cried myself. So I drove down to the strip mall to look for the video store. I knew damn well it's been gone for years, but I had to check once more. And if I could rewind now to where it all began, I'd sing a prayer to the kids by the video store that never stood a chance. Skids in the summer ain't nothing funner, bum around by the video store. But some of the best kids, just like VHS's, ain't around no more. Thank you. So we're having a crazy week. In the process of a move and also cleaning out Grandma's house, like Grandma's old house that Grandma and Grandpa bought in Toronto, Roncesvalles neighborhood, in 1954 for $4,000, I believe. Good job, Grandma and Grandpa. I found Grandma's pants that I wore for a show once. That show did not go well. During COVID, Grandma came to stay in Mantic at my parents' house, and speaking of sharing pants, this is way worse. One day Grandma was in the bathroom, and I walked into the bathroom that I shared with Grandma, and I was like, "Hey, Grandma, is that your toothbrush?" And it was the same as mine, and she was brushing it, and she was like, "Yes, it is." And I was like, "Oh no, Grandma, can you show me your toothbrush?" And she went and she was like, "This one," and it was the one that I had been using the entire time. So that is my theory about how COVID lasted so long. But they come from a different generation. Annie and I had the pleasure of living at Grandma's house when we had the fortunate circumstance that our apartment burned down, and we had to we couldn't only afford to go. This was before everything, but we could only afford to go live at Grandma's house, and we lived with my grandparents who were like 80 in their late 80s for like almost 2 years, and it was so amazing. They did things differently. One of my favorite moments was one morning I came down for work and there was a sausage boiling on the stove at like 7 in the morning, and I was like, you know, they are Polish, but that's a little much at 7 in the morning to be boiling a sausage. But I didn't think much of it, and I went to work, and I came home many hours later, and the same sausage was still boiling on the stove. So I was like, "Grandma, what's the deal with the sausage on the stove?" And she's like, "Oh, the funniest thing. See, do you remember that sausage that I lost in the fall?" And it was like March, and I was like, "No, but please go on." She's like, "Well, the funniest thing, I was outside today and the snow had melted just enough, and I found that sausage. It must have fallen out of the bag." And she was like, "And the critters had just gotten a little bit out of it." And I looked in the pot, and there was like divot marks around where like the teeth marks had been, and I had some, and I was fine.
Well, it's fine.
So I'm gonna play this song. It's about bravery. I'd like to dedicate it to Grandma, wherever she is. She's not dead. We just don't know where she is. She makes a break from it from the home once in a while. When the sky caves in, don't look away. When the fireworks begin, don't look away. When the thunder starts rumbling, you wanna run, but you must stay. Raise your eyes up to the heavens, never looking away. When the sun blows its brains out, baby, don't look away. As the massacre plays out, don't look away. Walk brave into that battlefield, say all there is to say. By staring silent at the heavens, never looking away. I bang my head, slamming out SOS. I showed up at the dumpster fire in a yellow party dress. I've been bouncing through this black and white, searching for the grave. And I pray one day I'll find it, and I will not look away. No. When love hits you with a blinding light, don't look away. When it falls so hard the oceans rise, don't look away. When there's explosions in the stars, like we were and like we are, raise your eyes up to the heavens, never looking away. I bang my head, slamming out SOS. I showed up at this dumpster fire in a yellow party dress. I've been bouncing through this black and white, searching for the grave. And I pray one day I'll find it, and I will not look away. Oh, I pray that if I see it, I will not look away. I will not look away. No, no, I will not look away. Away. I pray that if I find it, I will not look away. I pray that when I see it, I will not look away. Here's a part of the show where, well, I wrote a list. Oh yeah. Sorry, Mom. The next part is talk about your mother. My parents are here tonight, which is really awesome. So supportive throughout this adventure. And my mother is a visual artist. She's an amazing visual artist. Such a great at it, so great at it. And but that often comes with which you have in creativity. There's other things that go with that. I know very well from myself. Comes in a lot of forms. And my mother, one of them is like dyslexia. Is pretty. It's in there pretty good. I got a little bit of it, but not nearly the amount that she did. But I wanted to write a song just for her. So this is a song in dyslexic. And for anyone in here who doesn't have that and can't understand it, don't worry, it's very short. Oh, my mother, she's dyslexic. Sometimes her letters switch around. Oh, she failed grade 10 like any good artist does. And she passed those jerkins down. She faints flowers, she saints pun sets. Hates her part when she bolds a hush. And she assured me I would ride my dog when I wasn't in a fush. That's the end. Well, that's a song about one kind of dog, and I got another song. Oh my God, Roger's here tonight. He's the best. He got sprayed by a skunk a couple days ago, but don't worry, it's off him. I was up till 4 in the morning cleaning him and just giving him all the... was that Roger just stealing a motorbike? Was he bumming smokes off someone and then he stole a motorbike?
Yeah.
When I got him, he was the worst fucking dog in the absolute world. Like, so I'll go back a bit. Hollerado, we had this rule that near the end, because you get bored in the van, that if we ever saw a puppies for sale sign, that we had to pull over and someone had to buy a puppy. And because of the time that we implemented this rule, there was one close call, but we never actually did end up with a puppy. Import laws, it was a whole thing. But not too long ago, a few years ago, I was driving around and I saw an old school puppies for sale sign, and you never see them anymore. And so I was like, oh shit, I gotta do this, other guys are gonna kill me. So I drove up the lane and there's like 10 million dogs just running around like wild, completely like misbehaved, going nuts. And the farmer, I find the farmer and he's like, oh, and he was a Dutch fish farmer. So I was like, I guess because my name is Dutch. I was like, maybe that's a sign. So I was like, okay, show me the puppies, and they're pretty cute. And I was like, okay, which one of these dogs is the mother and father? And he's like, points at this dog. He's like, that one's the mother, and this dog was the ugliest dog I've ever seen in my life. Like, you know when an old dog has like that belly skin that's furry and pink, and it's like hanging down, like this dog was that all over. And then he points at this dog I was hoping he wouldn't point at, and he was screaming his head off, jumping up and down. He's like, that one's the father, and it was all like Jack, like a Belgian Coke dealer or something. It was like greasy and angry, and I was like, oh no. And I was like, okay, but like, this puppy's cute, but I was like, well, what's it gonna look like, you know, what do the puppies look like when they grow up? And he was like, oh, I wouldn't know. That's the first time that those two dogs have fucked. So anyway, I got him and I brought him home, and he was the absolute, like, he was a nightmare. He was just so badly behaved that I didn't name him for like 2 weeks. And then my friends were kind of like, you're kind of getting a little bit of what your parents got. And I was like, and I found my soft spot for him. And I was like, okay, I better name him. And I couldn't think of a name, but literally around that time, do you remember when there was that Rogers blackout? And like literally someone died because it was like the biggest fuck up of all time?
Yeah.
So I was like, that's perfect. So I named him Roger. Anyway, hey little bud, this one's for you. He hates when I practice this at home, so I might screw it up a little because I don't practice it. Plug your ears, buddy. I got a dog, a real bad dog. He's the worst, but I love him still. He ripped out my couch, pissed in my house. He's bad, but I love him still. He's a bad dog, a real bad dog. He's a bad dog, a real bad dog. Tries to flip, but he never will. He's a bad dog, a real bad. Fuck, I forget the lyrics entirely. This is a song that everyone should know, right? If you know one of them, okay. I got a dog, a real bad dog. He's the worst, but I love him still. He ripped out my couch, pissed in my house. He's bad, but I love him still. He's a bad dog, a real bad dog. He's the worst dog I ever seen. But I love him still, oh, I love him still. That's all the bad dog needs, that's it. He's got his way of seeing the good and everything, like a dad looking under the hood. He'd been down so much, he found and understand what it's like to be misunderstood. He said maybe his dad had a bad hand, and he rode wild with the dealers downtown. And we know his mom was deaf, I suppose, so maybe that's why he's so loud. Cause he's a bad dog, a real bad dog. He's the worst, but I love him still. Oh, he ripped out my couch, he pissed in my house. He's bad, but I love him still. He's a bad dog, a real bad dog. He's the worst dog I ever seen. But I love him still, oh, I love him still. That's all the bad dog needs, come on. On the day that I met him, he was ribbed with patches of fur. Oh, it seemed to me that dog don't need more excuses for being a jerk. You see, under every bad boy, you can see a good boy as long as he got something to chew. So him and me, we take it easy on each other, even when that ain't easy to do. Cause he's a good dog, a real good dog. He's the goodest dog I ever seen. Oh, we ripped on the couch, pissed in the house, so that's all the bad dog needs. Oh, he's a bad dog, a real bad dog. He tries to learn, but he never will. And just today when he ran away, I went and got him cause I love him still. Good dog, oh I love that I love him still. Good dog, oh I love that I love him still. Good dog, oh I love that I love him still.
Good dog!
There you go, Roger. Yeah. I really don't play that song at all. He hates it. I know, he really does. You're a good boy. You're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Thank you. Well,
Oh, there you go.
I got this. When I mess up a song, real bad, I got a story I tell, but I don't think that was bad enough to warrant that story. So I'll save it just in case I really need it.
Okay.
Oh, it might be in this one. So, did anyone have a childhood bully? Not one person? Tom did, that's for sure. Yeah. He's a target. Annie's working on a movie right now that's very, very Hollywood. She's getting knocked around, and I was reminded of I had a bully that used to just make my life really living hell when I was a kid. And I won't use his name because I use it later in this song, but my dad always said that he was always like, your whole life there's always going to be like that thing will always exist, and you just gotta find a way to let it slide, and let it be it, and it be you. I ran into him as an adult, and it was crazy, running into someone who you used to beat each other's ass physically as two adults, and you look at each other, and it's kind of a really special moment. In fact, I went home and I wrote him a love song. So.
Aww.
Big Mav kid moves to a small town, makes for a real messy opening verse. I was 8 years old when I got my nose first busted up all over my shirt. But you learn the spots for swimming in the summer. You learn to pass the puck, and you learn sometimes it's best saying nothing when you don't want to test your luck. There's a fish out of water everywhere you go. There's a fish out of water in everyone you know. I moved into the city. Some dude laughed at the curve of my brim, so I invited that flat hat man out back. I made a country boy out of him. My favorite bartender, he kicked me out, said that's not how we do it in here. He said you can come back when you learn to relax, but man, you're gonna buy me a beer. There's a fish out of water everywhere you go. There's a creature gasping upside down in everyone you know. We're all fish out of water, flopping in the sand. But we slowly grew some lakes somehow. We learned to walk on land. The other day I ran into Tommy Kelly Jr., the kid who broke my jaw. He looks older now, just like me. He told me about his car. Deceased singer died last year. He had a shovel in his hand. He used to beat little Tommy with an old extension cord. But Tommy, he still misses that man. There's a fish out of water everywhere you go. There's a creature taking their first breath in everyone you know. So many sides to every story. I don't bother counting no more. We're all fish out of water trying to get back on the shore. We're all fish out of water trying to get back on this shore. Oh man, you know what? Like, I miss my band. We're getting the band back together. There's the news. You know, getting the Hollerado back together. It's all this playing is like made me realize how it can be done a different way and with a lot of love. So we're decided to do it, and because of that, I got to really learn how to play some Hollerado songs. So I realized, you know, trying to just do things differently. Like so many of the songs were just like in the wrong key, like they were just like too high. We were too high a lot of the time too, but yeah, I'm gonna try this one. I literally have never done this song like this, so what the fuck? Speed of sound, the day you made it to the end. You lived through prison, you killed and were forgiven, and I'm grateful to have known you as my friend. And your life left me so confused. Oh, you go, I'm a lot like you. This part's different, I think. So it goes, and tell me which way to blow. So it goes, right there on fire. So it goes, you're always sort of far alone. So it goes, some other place on fire. Words of justice if you testify, set your children free. I asked you why, you said he was a decent guy, and I'm sure you would have done the same for me. Said, your life left me so confused. You go, I'm a lot like you. Which way to look, so it goes, right against our back. So it goes, you're always sort of far alone. So it goes, some other place on fire. Uh-oh, this is Nick's part. You can't make peace without an enemy. You can't be forgiven without sin. But set us free. But first you must forgive the man you've been. Hope Nick forgives me for butchering that. Oh, so it goes, tell me which way to go. So it goes, riding him on fire. So it goes, yeah, we sort of follow. So it goes, some other place on fire. So it goes, yeah, we sort of follow. So it goes, riding him on fire. So it goes, you can't tell me which way to go. So it goes, some other place on fire. Thank you. Well, that was really fun. I love trying out new things in front of a room full of, I don't know, 40 or so, mostly strangers. And in the spirit of that, so last year we, our friends Tokyo Police Club, I'm sure some of you have heard of that band. They were doing their final shows, and they had played, they came and opened for the last Hollerado shows, the last ever Hollerado shows. God, we made a big deal of that. And so when they were playing their last shows forever, which would probably be like 5-6 years, but they asked us to play, so we were like, okay, so we went and we did those, and it was really, really, really fun to do it and do it again. Like, we've always loved each other, we just needed a little break. And then the word got out, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, now you want to pay us. So we got some good offers. We're like, we're gonna go and try and do this again. But I was like, I don't want to do it without new music. And then I was like, oh shit, what do you say? And it took me a year. I couldn't write a song for Hollerado. I was like, and how do you like? We were like, we're stopping, and then come back and be like, this is what I have to say. It can't really be an apology, and there's so many important things to talk about in the world right now. I feel like more than there ever was, and I just found it very, very hard. And then one day I was driving to one of these shows in Buffalo, and I had a particularly shitty like border cross, and the guy was giving me a hard time. I was like, God, I miss the guys, and I was sitting by myself about to play this weird festival, and I didn't really know anybody on it, and I literally wrote this song out of it, just like, and I've never done this before. I wrote it on a piece of paper, and it was like an outdoor stage, like not intimate at all, not like this, not where you can get away with this shit. I wrote it on the thing, and I absolutely butchered this brand new song, but I just had to like try it out, and it's going to be the first Hollerado song, and I'm going to try to play it for you guys. I'm going to try and do it a little better, but I really haven't done it properly ever, so bear with me, but this is what it sounds like. No iPhones, please. I figured I just wanted to kind of tell people, like, just want to be straight up, so I was like, hello again. It's been a minute since the bottom all fell out. I wanted to say hello. Hello. When I saw you last, my life was another way. Never quiet, never slow. I've been doing much better, but goddamn, it took a while. I know you've been there, I know you know. Sometimes you just need to hide, but there's no place you can go. You just gotta be low. 'Cause when this world goes bananas, and there's madness all around us, And then the band comes in, and the world goes bananas. And no one's got the answers. It's time to call somebody that you love. And then the band really comes in here. And then they all start singing together. It goes like, Nick goes like 1, and Jake goes like 2, and Dean goes like 3. And we go, and start a band, start a band, start a band, start a band. Me and you and dancing men wanna start a band. You wanna start a band, holding up a million hands. Me and you and dancing men wanna start a band. 'Cause when this world goes bananas, and there's madness all around us, and every day you think about giving up. When this world goes bananas, and no one's got the answers, it's time to call somebody that you love. Anyway, it's better with the whole band, but if you guys want to just try singing along, we do it once together as a band. It's really easy. It's like, I want to start a band, start a band, start a band, start a band. Me and you would dance and then want to start a band. Yeah. Start a band, start a band, start a band, start a band. Me and you would dance and then let's start a band. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna try one other part too, because this is just testing how this works. And there's after there's like this guitar solo and it goes crazy, and then I go like, when the world hangs you bananas. I don't know about this one. When the world
I love it.
when the world hangs you bananas, sing 'em. Na 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 na. Start a band. Come on. Na 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 na. Na na na. Start a band. Na 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 na. Na na na. Start a band. Alright, I gotta work on it as much as anybody, but I think we're on to something. Guys, I'm having a very fun time. Thanks for If anyone thinks I should have practiced a little more or the band should have been here, you can tell at the door you get $5 off, and you get at the door you can dump my paycheck. Just 5. I'm thinking of giving you like 90% worth. Does anybody have a? Oh no, I can't take requests. I'm gonna play one of my own songs. So when Nick and I were taking a break, like we kept working together all the time. We're best buds. Nick is the guitar player in Hollerado, and we were writing songs for like movies and TV and stuff. And the way that works often is like there's like a commercial or something, and you get like a brief, and you know what it's for, and you like literally sell your fucking soul to like try and write something. But you know, we try to keep it cool. Like I didn't want to try. I always want to like, even if it's for commercial, I want to like somehow kind of like believe in the actual song. Like, and we got this one for Red Bull, and Red Bull was invented a new way for adults to kill themselves, which was downhill adult go-kart racing. And they're gonna race, and it's gonna be a whole thing, and like there's gonna be crashes, and people are gonna break stuff, and it's gonna be glorious. And they needed a theme song for these events, and so I wrote this song called "Change a Tire," and I was just like up tempo, and I figured like it'd be great, everything exploding everywhere, and it got all the way to the top of Red Bull, and like the person in charge of the account like even like asked me, they're like, "This is awesome! Like, tell me more about this song." And there was like 30 grand on the line. Like, and I was so stoked. I was like, "Oh, you're gonna love it! Like, it's amazing! Like, you know, like what are those verses about? Like, oh, it's changing tires and you're flipping everywhere, and you gotta just get back on the road, and it's motivational." And like, those verses though, and I'm like, "Oh, it's awesome! It's about like, you know, just taking like a 4-day bender down to Florida, not sleeping, then getting caught in the bathroom with a bunch of cops doing cocaine." And they were like, and I thought that would be on brand for them. I was like, I was getting them hyped. And they were like, "Oh yeah, that's not gonna fly for us." I was like, "I'll change it." And they're like, "Too late." So, well, whatever. No, I changed. I had the word Red Bull in the song, which is absolutely disgusting of me. And I just changed that to Bud Light, and now it's my song. Were you late for nothing on 95? Were you driving way too fast? Did you hit the shoulder, pass it lane? Did it spin you front too back? You don't call that tow truck, no. It comes way too slow. In no goddamn way. Wanna call the cops? They don't need to know. You gotta lift that middle finger when life flips you off the road. So change your tire, change your tire, change your tire and go. Did you drive down to Daytona? 18 hours, one straight shot. And you didn't tell your girlfriend, no, you didn't tell the cops. Or you just need to let Bud Light sunshine hang you from across till you flipped over a snowbank, Key West bathroom full of cops. You gotta lift that middle finger when life flips you off the road. So change your tire, change your tire, change your tire and go. You gotta change your tire, change your tire. You gotta lift that middle finger when life flips you off the road. You got to change your tire, change your tire. Put them in the pits, you got to change your tire and go. One thing I noticed is that no matter how hard I try, I never seem to get better at guitar. It's because I've been relying on Nick sitting here for the last 10 years, and I was like, on this solo tour, I was like, when I did, I was like, I'm gonna finish it, I'm gonna be able to play guitar, like a good guitar solo, like. And then I was like, nah, I'll just do the next tour with Nick. Who here knows how to change a tire? Yeah, all right, yeah. No joke. When like, yeah, it's because we're in Burnstown, near Ottawa. when I ask that in Toronto, it's like crickets. And so for all those people, I made instructions. You say 1, check the trunk, is there a jack in the spare? 2, if the wheels move, stop and keep on there. 3, loosen the lug nuts, ease that thing up off the ground. And 4, 1 off, put 1 on, ease that thing back down. 5, make sure it's tight enough. 6, give it a kick. 7, get back on the road, get the hell out of that quick. You gotta change your tire, change your tire, change your tire and get. I made this hat. I love my Sens and I love my Sens hat, but like, you know, you never know. And so for touring, I made this hat for going into enemy territory. And then I was like, people started liking it because I was like, during the playoffs last year, just like so much stuff going on in the world, and there was so much. I was like, we don't need to be enemies about our hockey team, so I made a non-denominational hockey team. And I'm selling them at the merch table, so if you want to come say hello after the show and maybe meet Roger and buy some merch, that would be awesome. And I know there's a lot of my parents' friends here and family friends and stuff, and no, you do not get a discount. Well, what else here? What's on the list? I could play a few more, like maybe 3 more. Does that seem about right?
Woo.
Giver?
Yeah.
Well, here's one I wanna play. Yeah, I think this one feels good. This one I wrote. Remember COVID? I know I've talked about it twice. It's so lame.
Topical.
Well, I remember like complaining to all my friends like that there would be so much bad art coming out after there because like everyone's like got time to like write their book and like their like do their poetry anthology and like it's like just because you have the time doesn't mean you should. And like so many bad records and stuff, and I was like making fun. Some of the songs coming out were like about lockdown and stuff, and I hated it so bad. And then sure enough, like about a year and a half in, I was like, oh crap, I just wrote a song about COVID. But you know what? It's not really about that. It was written during that time, and it's about the people in your life who help you see the beautiful things. The sun, it'll rise, 'cause there's nothing to see. When the birds, they don't fly, 'cause there's nowhere to be. When the trees, they stop growing, 'cause they're all out of hope. And I just wanna hang out, but the store's out of road. There's a way that you smile when you're standing in the rain. There's a light on in you. There's a light, oh there's still a light on in you. Stop singing and the night has no hum. Every word catching teeth comes out scrambled and dumb. When our blood beats the rhythm of a heart in a jar, and every day seems like a rerun, like a dead sitcom star. I was playing this song earlier and I was trying to like name a dead song. I can't name one for some reason. It just couldn't come in my head. I was like, Tony Danza? Is he dead? There's a way that you smile when you're standing in the rain. There's a light on you. There's a light. Oh, there's still a light on you. There's a light. There's still a light on you. There's a light, a light. Still a light on you. There's a light on, there's a light on, there's a light, there's a light. Oh, there's still a light on you. Intermission here, I prefer not to do that, but if anyone needs to pee or something, I can take a little break, but I guess I don't need anyone to put up their hands to say if they need to pee, because that might be, I don't know. So, let's just say, does anyone, for any other reason, need to take a break, or can I just play a couple more songs? Couple more songs, we're good.
Yeah.
Also, I won't be offended if you just leave and get a drink or whatever. Like, that's why I hate going to like the theater or something. Like, I wish you could just get up and go to the bathroom and get a drink if you wanted to and come back and no one would freak out. Wouldn't that make that way better? Anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe this one. No, I'm gonna play one Hollerado song first, I think. I've been wanting to play this one. I like this one. Is that okay with you, yeah? I had my head kicking by wild love, any dream, the color out of my blood, the smell of sweat on every man that I see, and I wake up sick from drugging myself to sleep. But you make me feel like I was born yesterday, like I never been broken, never been broken. You make me feel like I was born yesterday, like I never been broken, never been broken. I was taking breaths deep underwater till I washed up and stopped on your shore. Your healing eyes, you shine like Orion, and I'm the first human to look upwards in the night. You make me feel like I was born yesterday, like I've never been broken, never been broken. You make me feel like I was born yesterday, like I've never been broken, never been broken. Cause you make me feel like I was born yesterday, like I never been broken, never been broken. You make me feel like I was born yesterday, like I never been broken, never been broken. You go yeah, 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 yeah. You make me go yeah, 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 yeah. You make me go yeah, 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 yeah. You make me go yeah, 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 yeah. Well, does anybody have any questions? I mean, we're here right now. If there's a question, I don't mind. Don't ask me if I had vegetables today. Oh. Oh, he does whatever he wants. That's one of his favorite tricks. Yeah, not really any tricks. Yeah, I told you got sprayed by a skunk, right? Does that ever happen to anybody in here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I made the concoction off the unit. I didn't try the tomato juice thing. Does that work?
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't me that got sprayed. Well, I'm going to play one more song. And this one, you know what I feel like right now? Like sometimes with all these politicians, like it doesn't matter what side we're on, what side we're on or they're on. It's like it just feels like we're getting bullied around, you know, like by everybody, and like we just have no say. It's crazy. I compare it to a story of like one of our last tours. We've been touring for like 20. Like I've been doing like 20 years at this point, and I just had enough. And we were crossing the border, and there was a whole bunch of us, and we're going, and they searched the van like crazy for drugs. I mean, if anyone saw our van, it was covered in stupid spray paint, and so I don't blame them for that. But they did an extra thorough job, and then they brought us into the secondary, and they sat us there for a while, and then they finally decided, okay, they could let these guys go. And then one guy, he almost like it's like he didn't feel bad about it, but he just wanted to like give us a little, like throw a little knowledge at us, and he was like, "You come here." It's like all the border guards talk like that, and he's like, "You come here, kid," and he's like, "You look like okay boys." Also, here's a tip. I know I'm digressing right now, but if any of you are in a band or have a kid in a band or something, and they're crossing the border, and the border guard asks them what their band sounds like, there's one answer that is the best answer. Always say like, "Oh, we sound like Tom Petty." They love that because it's like just bad enough that they buy it, but like they get it, and it's like anyway. There's a little border hack. Anyway, so he's like, "What you guys sound like anyway?" And I was like, "Tom Petty." He's like, "Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. You look like good kids. Let me give you a little advice." He's like, "Just the other day, Bon Jovi, he was through here. Like 5 tour buses, he had 18-wheelers, there was everything there. Good, man. Now what you guys gotta do, you listening to me? What you gotta do is you gotta open for Bon Jovi." That was his fucking advice to me. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening right now in politics. Anyway, I don't know. There's a song about it. They got a couple screws missing, I ain't sticking around to listen. No guys slipping to the simple facts, the young in the hall. Raise some faces on the TV, red, white, and bluey. I could list 1 million reasons, but I wouldn't get them all. Why we run, 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 run. Why we run, 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 run. They got us tied to the post outside, talking to the donkey. Honky since I drinking, their pants still full of piss. Up to hairdo, talk a lot, ne'er do anything for anyone who isn't on that list. Why we run, 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 run. Why we run, 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 run. I said, in each lifetime, there ain't no prime time. You wanna do it right, man, you gotta find time. I'll find mine, like a wait for no sign. When I see the finish line, goddamn, I know why. Why we run, 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 run. There's a million reasons why we run, 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 run. Election comes, no surprise. Why we run, 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 run. Oh, sticker on your truck says, "Fuck the Prime Minister." Well, I agree with you on that, man. Well, not as much as I used to, but all of them are sinister. All these crooks should be wearing yellow jumpsuits to the office instead of ruling us from a bed in a hospice. And they wonder why we run. We go, sha-da-na-na-na-na-na-na, sha-da-na-na-na-na-na, sha-da-na-na-na-na-na, sha-da-na-na-na-na-na. Come on. Sha-da-na-na-na-na-na-na, sha-da-na-na-na-na-na, sha-da-na-na-na-na-na. Good ending. You know, this has been very, very fun. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. I'm not really a fan of the encore. Not that you were going to do it anyway, but that's the end. Thank you.